I am so clumsy, and there have been several shows where I don't think I've ever like completely wiped out, but we always have our guitar cable kind of running in the middle in between Lauren and I, and there have been several that I almost just completely face
I mean,
planted.
she'll be up and then
just
all
like
of a sudden she just like trips.
I stumble and then I recovered, but it could have been really bad. Thankfully, I didn't totally hit the ground.
So you've never fallen off the stage?
Never off the stage, thank goodness.
Okay, right, exactly.
Although I did fall up the stairs this morning carrying a cup of coffee, so good thing no one saw that one.
They have opened up for Lady A, Brett Eldredge, and Russell Dickerson, just to name a few. And we're doing a little bit of a double take today. The Hobbs sisters are here at the Up and Country Studios. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so glad to be here.
Absolutely. So we've got Lauren and Hannah. So you guys remember that. Now, y'all are twins.
Yes.
Yes, we are identical twins. So yeah, it's definitely a seeing double situation all the time.
Now, who is oldest?
I am, but only by a minute.
Okay,
so
well,
not a lot to brag about.
It counts, right?
Yes, she brags about it. She does brag about it from time to time.
I call her the middle child when I'm mad at her.
Okay, because you have a younger sister as well, too, right? Okay, that's a good, I like that. I like, that's right, middle child. Well, I'm excited to have you here. Your music is outstanding.
Thank you.
The harmonies that you two put together are just incredible.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your newest song first, okay?
absolutely.
So newest song is Love Breaks All the Rules. So of course we want to talk about this song, you're writing it, your inspiration, and kind of what people can expect.
Absolutely. I think you came up with the title.
I did. I had, we were flying back from, I think it was, we were home for Easter, and I was reading, I wish I could remember the book, but on the back it said something about love not following the rules, or it just like kind of breaks what you think is going to happen. And I thought that was really cool. And so I jotted it down, and we had a session like later that week with our producer, Forrest Whitehead, and one of our wonderful friends, Kelly McKay. And I was like, I just have this idea and I think it could be really great. And Forrest got like a little groove going on the guitar, and we like knocked that one out in like a quick hour or two. It just kind of came together pretty fast.
It was a really fun song to write. I think just kind of chasing that feeling of a love that really makes you, that feels a little dangerous, and you're kind of falling so fast, it all kinds of happens in a really thrilling way. Yeah. So it was a really fun song to write, and it's definitely one of our favorites to perform live too.
So, I mean, I think a lot of your music people can really relate to. Especially
that's the goal.
Yeah, and especially when you're talking about relationships, like, well, we've all kind of been there, you know, whether it's love or it's heartbreak or whatever it is, you guys kind of have that element. So I think a lot of people can really relate to that.
Thank you.
Now, speaking of love, Lauren, you just got married.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was such a happy day. I keep telling people like it went by in a blur.
Yeah.
Like I do remember so much of it, but I also feel like I'm thinking back now and I'm like, gosh, I feel like there's things I missed because it just went by too quickly. But it was so wonderful, so thank you.
Well, congratulations. Now, your husband is also a musician.
He is. So my husband is a drummer. He is on tour with Nate Smith and has been for the last almost year or so.
And exciting stuff. Nate
gosh,
Smith, number one
Nate
song.
is just crushing it. His song went to #1 just a couple of weeks ago, and they're going on tour with Thomas Rhett this summer. So it's, as a fan of Nate's and, you know, the wife of Neal, like it's just, who's my husband, it's just so fun to watch them, it just, the difference a year can make.
Oh, absolutely.
All of a sudden it's just become this huge, amazing song, and I'm so happy for their success.
That's exciting, very exciting.
It is, we love it.
And so for you, we have to ask, are you single?
I am not.
Okay.
So it's newly not single.
But congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you so much. But yeah, it's fun to just, even when Lauren was getting married last year, and I was kind of in a different place relationship-wise, but it's fun having both sides, and we've sort of loved writing songs about all of our experiences. We have one that we wrote about Lauren's wedding. I had ones when I was looking for love in a relationship, and it's just kind of cool to have both of our lives to think about and to pull from when we're writing music.
I feel like it's let us sort of cross a whole spectrum of things that we're both experiencing on different ends and at different times, and it's sort of, or, you know, we can think back to, you know, I remember, you know, being in the dating woes right before I met my husband, and so like it's fun to be able to write about the whole circle of it all.
So now, when you were maybe younger, like, how was it like dating guys? Like, did you mess with anybody? Like, I always have to ask that question.
I have to say we never did, but I do know it just most of the like friends and people we went to high school with could tell us apart, but every now and then, like, I can always tell people sort of like hesitate before they say what our name is.
Like, yes.
Or they'll talk to us and like they won't use our name. Like, you can always, like, I've done that to people when I don't know their name too. Right? So hey, no judgment here, but it's definitely, you know, it's fun being a twin. Sometimes I think we've just been together so long, I just sort of forget that like we're walking around with the same face. Like, people are like, wait, I'm sorry, are you identical? Like, am I seeing double?
Right. And then for you, it's probably like, we don't look that much alike.
Right.
Like, we look totally different.
We look so different to me.
I think. Well, in college, people would sometimes meet us separately if they had a class with one of us or whatever. And so sometimes they wouldn't know that we were twins. And so someone would come up and say hi to me on campus, and I'd be like, I don't think I know this person. And then in the back of my brain, I'd realize, oh my gosh, I bet they know Lauren, and they don't realize
I feel like I was
her.
accidentally very standoffish to so many people that knew Hannah, but not me. And so it was just then later on we'd realize, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like,
so sorry.
You have psychology with Hannah. Like, that explains why you thought you knew me.
Yeah, right. You don't really know me.
You don't really know me, but it feels like we do.
Right. I just can't imagine it. I mean, you know, obviously, that's like your life.
Yeah,
and it's just
normal.
easy.
It is. We just get used to it.
Yeah,
and it's so fun. I mean, we're best friends for sure. It sounds cliche, but I mean, I think we've just spent our whole life side by side, and we're chasing this dream that's been our dream for so long, and it's really fun. It's a tough industry on all sides, and so I think it's really been amazing to have each other as a support system, as just to like dig in and figure it out together, like, or just to, you know, be able to sit down at the end of the day and be like, man, this is hard. Like, but at least we can sympathize because we're together and we have each other to be supportive.
Absolutely. Well, we got more to talk about.
Let's
talk about some of these opening acts.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've opened for some pretty significant names. I mean, I mentioned a couple of them. And then we also have Charlie Daniels, Sammy Kershaw, Diamond Rio.
Yes.
I mean, these are big names. Like, tell us about that experience and how all that kind of comes about.
Yeah.
It's always an honor when you get to share the stage and just even be a small part of a show with acts who are as wonderful as the ones that you just named. I know in particular when we got the opportunity to open for Charlie Daniels a few years ago, this might have been like 2017 or 2018, but he was just so gracious. And I mean, we just enjoyed even watching the show after, and because he was such a legend. And so to be able to do our set and have an awesome time, and he and his team were just so as wonderful as you would have thought they would be. Like, they were even better.
Even better. I mean, we ran into him in the hotel lobby, and he had seen us sound checking, and he was like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Like, you're gonna have a great show. We're so thrilled you're here." And just, it's little things like that. I know for Hannah and I, as up and coming artists who hope someday to get to even a fraction of that level, it means so much just to watch someone that you have heard of and listened to and just looked up to all those years, to kind of reach back down and be like, hey, hang in there, you can do it.
And to have that connection with an idol like that, like, you know, a country legend.
Oh,
really.
yes, and like pinching yourself and just trying to like stay coherent while I'm saying hello. Like, don't babble, don't forget to speak.
Be cool.
Be cool, be calm.
I know how to talk. I know how to speak correctly.
Like, I do know words. I can use them. I can put them together.
So now, starting your career, you in college, you were in some singing groups. You also sang in church. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, our earliest concerts were for our church community. We were really involved in our church growing up, and you know, we're a member of all the kids' choirs and the Christmas pageants, and that was definitely our first go around it. Just realizing we really loved to sing, and that was something that we felt like we were good at, and something that we just made us happy every time we did it. And you know, we were in choir in school. We were in a barbershop quartet in high school, which was really
cool.
Wild and different, and like a totally different world of singing than we were used to. And we were in an a cappella group in college, and it just learned so much from those two things about harmony and singing, because you're just using your voice and no instruments, and it really makes you a better singer, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So now you guys take turns as lead, right?
We do.
I think that's really cool. So talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of duos or groups that, you know, they kind of have one lead singer, and that's how it is. But for some reason, Lauren and I always, you know, we both liked singing lead, but we both also loved doing the harmony piece. And so as we played longer shows and started to do albums and EPs, we found that there would be a certain song that would fit Lauren's voice really well, or that it sounded really good when I was on harmony, or if you flip it. And it's fun because we get to kind of add a little bit of a different sound to each song, and it's sort of, we can each bring our own thing to certain ones in the set, which I think makes it really fun as a duo to kind of change that up and switch it a little bit.
It does. It makes it feel like a real balance, I think, of, you know, we both have fully equal parts to what we contribute to this duo.
I love that. So I of course, I had to stalk you on all the socials.
Love it.
So, I found out a few little tidbits about y'all.
I can't wait to hear what you discovered.
Well, it's nothing bad. So let's see. You don't like coconut.
That's right.
And you don't like mushrooms.
Correct. Wow.
Okay, I got it. All right, I was
Exactly.
paying attention.
I cannot stand the texture of coconut. I don't know
So
why.
it's texture.
Texture. Yeah. I'll drink like coconut water occasionally or like a cake that has like a coconut flavor, but coconut itself. I don't
So
know.
you can't do like the
texture-
German chocolate cake?
I wish. I love chocolate, but
Me
like
either.
I'll bite into it. I'm like, I'm out. I'm out because I hate the texture.
And what about mushrooms? Same thing?
I have tried, like, if they're in a salad, like, I'll just eat around them. Like, I don't know if it's a texture thing with that, too. It's just, like, I can't get into it. They just freak me out. So I was like, no, I'll just pass on that.
Okay, I just had to ask you about that because I thought that was so cute that you guys were like talking about the things that were like,
they're like, ugh, ick for us.
can't do it.
No,
No, thank you.
Well, we're going to get into probably some more interesting tidbits about you
love that.
in just a bit. We're going to take a little break.
Let's do it.
And when we come back, we're going to play my world famous game, Truth or Truth. And if you want to see the acoustic performance of these ladies, you've got the link in the description right below.
It's Truth or Truth.
It is time for my world famous game, Truth or Truth with the Hobbs sisters. Are you ladies ready?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna start with Lauren. You go ahead
Okay.
and pick a question, read it out loud, go ahead and
Okay.
answer, and we'll
Let's see.
trade off.
What is one thing you would stand in line an hour for? Oh gosh. I would say probably anything chocolate. Like I'm such a sugar dessert
Okay.
person. Like I need a sweet treat after like pretty much every meal. So I would say any kind of like chocolate dessert, I'm there.
Okay, so it's chocolate. So when the new chocolate store opens or something like
Yep.
that, you're gonna be
I'm
right
there.
in line.
So there, first in line.
Okay, anybody
Camping
who's,
out.
right? Yeah, right. She's got her sleeping bag and her pillow.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So if you sell chocolates, here's one of your new clients.
There you go.
So there you go.
I'm ready.
We're helping everybody
ready.
today. Great. Okay.
All right, let's
Hannah's
do
turn.
it. Oop, I'm like grabbing two. Okay, here we go. What's the most embarrassing thing you've done in front of a crowd? Oh man. I feel like there's not even one specific instance, but I am so clumsy. And there have been several shows where I don't think I've ever completely wiped out, but we always have our guitar cable kind of running in the middle in between Lauren and I. And there have been several that I almost just completely face
I mean, she'll
planted.
be up and then
Just
all of a sudden she just trips.
I stumble and then I recovered, but it could have been really bad. Thankfully, I didn't totally hit the ground.
So you've never fallen off the stage.
Never off the stage, thank goodness.
Okay, right,
Not yet.
exactly.
Although I did fall up the stairs this morning carrying a cup of coffee, so good thing no one saw that one.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Wow, we didn't get video of it.
No video.
Okay, good. All right, we'll do one more.
All right, let's do it. All right. What is your most absurd deal breaker? Oh, wow. That's a
No, so you just got married.
I
so,
did just get married.
It's been a while for the dating.
It's been a
so-
while for the dating for me, but let me think. But absurd though. I was thinking of really logical ones. Gosh, this is okay. Let me think here. I mean, this probably isn't absurd, but I'm really a dog person. So if you my husband and I don't have a dog, but we keep talking each other out of getting one because we're it's not a good time. We're always on the road. We're renting our house. No, none of these are good reasons. But so if someone wasn't a dog person, that'd be tough for me.
They're gone.
I need to know what your deal breaker is.
Real deal breaker, absurd deal breaker.
Well, I mean,
your pick.
if you got an absurd
Mine wasn't
one,
that
yeah.
absurd.
I mean, an absurd one would be if they don't like pizza, you're out. That's it. We can't. This isn't gonna work.
You're gluten free.
Big pizza
We
girl.
don't take that here.
Not gonna happen. I love that. A true deal breaker, I guess. If they don't get along well with your family and friends, you
That's-
have
yeah.
to
That's true.
If we're being more on the
They
realistic
don't
side.
love me as well as you.
right?
They don't want to hang out with me.
You have to pass the twin
Right?
sister test.
You need the stamp of approval.
That is how we knew when my husband was kind of gonna be around for a while.
Yeah.
He could fit so seamlessly with us and our other sister.
Yeah.
We're
Oh, yeah.
You're
You're okay.
We gave him
you
the
can hang.
two thumbs up.
You can hang with the chaos of the Hobbs ladies. So we know
Right?
we know you can stick around.
So your guy, make sure he just doesn't bring mushroom pizza, and then we're good,
Then
right?
we're good. Then we're good to go.
Okay,
And
okay,
be
good.
safe.
All right. I'll let you do that.
All right. Oh yeah, I forgot it was me. Okay.
We can do whatever you.
go.
If you want to answer both of them, I don't care.
Oh, what is your guilty pleasure? I would have to say probably ice cream. Like,
Okay.
and it could be like 20 degrees out and like I would still want it. Like, it doesn't even have to be like a hot summer day. Like, any given time, like I could eat a bowl of ice cream, hands down.
And what's the favorite flavor, like the go-to?
Ooh, probably chocolate chip cookie dough.
Oh,
That's a great one.
It's just like it's classic. I just feel like it's always good.
That is a classic. Okay, good. Okay, so we know exactly what to get you.
Yes.
We got pizza and ice cream over
Yes,
here.
and no
Isn't
mushrooms
that a
anywhere.
winning combination?
It is a winning combination.
I'm easy to please.
I think we all should hang out more often.
Yes,
Done.
Pizza and ice
absolutely.
cream, we're good. Okay.
I'm here for it.
All right, you want to do one more?
Why not?
Okay.
Let's do it. All right. Ooh, what's the weirdest thing you've eaten? Gosh, I do eat a lot. I eat pretty much everything. On our honeymoon in Jamaica, we tried a couple like authentic Jamaican dishes with like different meats and vegetables, and that was like, it was one of our favorite restaurants that we went to.
It was just a little bit different.
Just a little bit different. And my husband, we went to a sushi restaurant also, and we both had sushi like that had like raw fish on top. Like usually I'm just more of a like vegetable
California roll.
California roll gal, but I did branch out. So for me that was, but I liked it. So
No chocolate covered like grasshoppers or anything like that.
I didn't get that brave, but
But it has chocolate.
It has, right? I'm like, well, I mean, it probably still tastes like chocolate at least.
Crunchy in the
at least
middle.
at first. So yeah.
Okay. I promise I won't get you chocolate covered crickets or
I mean,
anything like
if
that.
you don't tell me, I'll probably just
Right?
go
She
for
did
it.
love
I'll dive right in.
I'm loving the food related.
I know, right? I don't know how that happened.
We're just
but-
picking all the food questions.
It knew that
We'll
the
see.
Hobbs sisters were here.
The Hobbs sisters love to eat. Oh, who did you see at your first concert?
Great one.
We saw Jody Messina, and I think at the time Rascal Flatts was the opening act.
Oh, nice.
And
Thompson.
Cindy Thompson.
Nice.
This was like
Cindy
probably like 1998 or
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it was a while ago, but it was that was our very first concert, and it was so good.
That is awesome.
I think we had I just found it recently cleaning out my room at my parents' house. I found the sign we made.
We made a sign
that said, "We love you, Jody." So
love it.
I'm gonna keep that.
Which I just saw her this last year, and I'm like, she is still like
We opened for
killing
her
it.
in Morgantown, West
Yeah.
Virginia over the summer, and it was
she was amazing.
She was incredible, and it was the most fun crowd. Like
Yeah.
it was like right around the 4th of July, and it was one of our favorite shows all year.
Yeah, she's classic.
She's a winner.
Yep. Well, good. Well, thank you both so much for being here and playing
thanks for
with
having
me.
us. It's so fun.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow the Hobbs sisters on all the socials, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching Up in Country. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. We do new episodes every Tuesday, and be sure to follow Up in Country on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And you can follow me too at Sue Bonzell on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.